to the Bonanza, where we're going to be doing Dragon Quest Builders 2. So let's start the game. I believe everything is prepared, the stage is set, the actors ready, and we shall begin. If it wasn't obvious from that sentiment, I've been watching a lot of The Goes Wrong Show, and The Goes Wrong Show is very entertaining. It does, in fairness, live up to its name. It's a show that really goes wrong.
Hello there.
General Blue Bush and General Phoenix, you come together, and you are both orange. There's meaning in this. I don't know what the meaning is, but there is meaning in this somewhere along the line. Welcome to you both, the Orange Brothers. Welcome to the show. The show that is the Bonanza of the Extraordinary here, where we are still trying to get through Skelcatraz. And we will continue. You're quite right. You are you're Crichton. Yes, you're Crichton. Whether that's Crichton the android, John Crichton. Crichton, I think, was the lead in Farscape as well. But nonetheless, apparently you're Crichton. No, I couldn't quite get whether I wanted to say you're quite right or you're quite correct. So it just sort of went in a sort of unfortunate fashion. But nonetheless, you are 100% spot on. You are always orange. Whereas I think, Mr. Bush, you tend to have a randomly assigned colour whenever you are present. But on this occasion, you are the Orange Bros. Do you both live in a box, maybe? The Orange Box, where you probably get eaten by head crabs. That was a technical joke. You know a joke's shit when you have to say it's technically a joke. Yes. Yes, I do. Anyway, welcome, and how are you both? And what are you both up to at the moment? Is it still the Orc Commando, or has the Orc Commando been sort of pacified into colour? Or is he still putting up a black and white fight? No. Oi, you ain't never going to get me green. I prefer being a base colour. Like a Mechanicus Standard Grey or something like that. I don't know what you base coated it in, but that's often what I base coat in. Oh, Orc Commando is waiting for me to finish him off. Yeah, that's what you think. But he's gotten up and jogged off. Thinking, fucker's never going to take me alive. But I do like that backpack. I'm taking that with me. He may not be allowed to colour anything else on my body, but that backpack, I'm having that. The backpack, I fear, is the only reference point I've got for your Orc Commando at the moment. Although I think you did show... Yeah, I think you did show a few of the other body parts. But I think they were in differing states of colour. But anyway. Hello, Bunny Love. What we'll do is we'll do the usual 5 count. That turns into a God knows how many count. But nonetheless, the theory is it's a 5 count. So... Bam. We've seen that one because I've commented on about how they've got that sort of spidery weirdness, which is probably a chandelier at the top. I think I may have said that before. I do quite like the sort of stony, crumbly, stony thing. It doesn't quite tile properly for the fireplace, though. Not sure quite why that would be. But, it's not hugely...
Fuck me!
Only if you ask nicely. And buy me dinner. And several other things, I think, as well. I need more than dinner, thank you. I need dessert as well, frankly. 2 desserts. 2 cheesecakes. You're in. That's our 4. That's our 5. I think we've seen the cruise ship as well. Also, welcome, Mr. Can't Sleep Must Paint, to the Bonanza of the Extraordinary. How are you?
Oh, more melon.
Just using all of your points now. But yes, there is an Oh No Melon. for those interested, I think I've explained this before, but that is a thing from .hack, and I absolutely adore the ideas and themes behind .hack, and I just love all of those. What they are called grunty, I think. It's sort of like a pig-like creature. They are grunty foodstuffs. These things that sort of have a fruit and a thing. So it's like, no, melon is one of them, but there's also bloody egg. And it is that creepy. It is genuinely that creepy, because it's like, bloody egg. You found out how to do clip shoutouts. At some point I did look that up, so I've got a couple of tutorials sort of popped on sort of favourite at some point, but I would appreciate some further information, so that would be quite fascinating. Especially because that fellow that you did raid last night, Rhino Cuddy, see, the brain does work sometimes, every now and again. His ones were particularly good because it showed the icon, then it faded into the clip, and that was quite good. I've seen just the clip, and I've seen just the icon, but never quite such a defined sort of, here's the icon, here's the clip. And it'll be interesting to know quite how it figures out clips, because obviously your clip came up twice, but I'm fairly certain that's not literally your only clip. Now, whether it's a cut-off point for a certain amount of days that it factors in or what have you, I do not know, but it would be very fascinating to find out a little bit more. So I will try and peruse your Discord findings, or peruse your findings in the Discord, I suppose. But in terms of, I'm glad all good for you, Mr. Can't Sleep. How far are you? Have you finished the Dr. Octopus? Or are you still touching him up, as it were? Just the most recent clip on his. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that does make sense. That's why I played it twice. I've seen some. I know the fella, both me and Blue Bush have seen him, Scotchbox. He seems to be able to have it set up to do a random clip, which is quite nice. You've got one tentacle to go, the third one, of course. I've kind of lost count, so we'll call that 2 left. One left. The Genki Dojo! It's nice. I think we have seen that one, but it is still nice. I like the theming of it. And the dome. I don't know if it is, or I'm just making it up. Because, I mean, it's ultimately just a dome. But it just reminds me of Fist of the North Star, the video game specifically. Because I'm fairly certain there was a dome city in that. But I don't know. I think it might just be a coincidence that I've not recently, but a while back, I was dealing with Fist of the North Star, and it happens to have a dome city, and this happens to be a dome, so I don't really know. Hello, Peter. Would have been a very different scene if he'd done it like that, wouldn't it? Hello, Peter. Oh, naughty little boy, aren't you? But I must admit, they did Dr. Octopus rather well in the video game as well. He was very well put together in that one. Spoiler, I suppose, but there's an element of inevitability when they introduced Dr. Octo Octavius. You sort of knew where it was going, roughly. But the sort of the way they had him on this downward trajectory was exceptional. It was exceptionally well done. If we're done for the day, we might as well just kick back on this bench and wait for nightfall. What do you say, Veldin? Shall we wait here till the sun goes down? I think that was the general plan, because otherwise I wouldn't have saved it looking at the bench. Right, let's put our heads together and think about our next move. The Spider game is the whole reason you want a PlayStation. I don't blame you. It's a damn fine game. And, just one of those little tidbits of information, I platinumed it. Yes, platinumed it. That means I did 100% of the things. I got all of the achievements, and then got the Platinum achievement. I even did every single one of the DLC achievements for that one. Every single one. I even did all of the DLC in hard mode. No, tell a lie, it wasn't just hard mode. I think it was ultimate mode. No. You're all sat there thinking, oh, he can't play video games. He's shit at them all, isn't he? We've seen him. He's shit at them all. Ultimate difficulty, Spider-Man, 100%. It's not a very difficult game, is what I'm saying, I suppose. But nonetheless, there was no reason to play all the DLC in ultimate difficulty. I just ended up doing so. And it did cause an element of frustration because ultimate difficulty was reasonably hard.
That will be enough for today. It is time to return to your cells. Collect your evening meal from the jailer on the way out. Be sure to rest well. Another day of rehabilitation awaits you tomorrow.
I will grab my cabbage.
Well, if it isn't the one and only number 5932, here, I've got a veritable feast for you. 1 cabbage.
Hey, buddy.
6207, here's your sumptuous supper. 1 cabbage.
Spider-Man 2 is still one of my favourite games ever. I don't know... Is that the one where he... Is that the one based on the... based on the video game? A video game based on a video game? Is that the one based on the film of the same name? Because the film tie-in ones aren't necessarily the best. No, I'm not saying you can't have it as your favourite game. I'm just saying it's not necessarily the best showing of the Spider-Man. With the catchy pizza delivery music, yeah. Now, I can't deny they've never made a bad Spider-Man game, I don't think. That's probably not true. They've probably made several bad Spider-Man games. I don't think I've played a particularly bad... is the one with the good swinging. Yeah, is that the one where if you don't do a QTE, he face plants the floor? I think that might be the one. The infamous one with the face plant. But the ones I particularly like are the sort of Shattered Dimensions. Now, I think there was Shattered Dimensions, and then there was a sequel that was more focused on just future Spidey and present Spidey. But both of those were very good games. Especially Shattered Dimensions, I think, because you got to play as regular Spider-Man, Ultimate Spider-Man, Future Spider-Man, I think it was, and another Spider-Man. I'm sure I know what the fourth Spider-Man was. Spider-Man Noir! That's the one. Where he's doing Batman things, which is good. And the other good one, Spider-Man Miles Morales. That was quite an entertaining game as well. Pretty much same deal as Spider-Man, the first PS4 one, but nonetheless, Miles Morales did add some extra bits and pieces to the combat with his sort of Venom shock abilities and other active camouflage is his other power, isn't it? And good evening, 6208, enjoying your cabbage-free diet. You won't be getting any today either. Well, I'm going to go cook my cabbage, and you can't stop me. Actually, there's every possibility that he can stop me, but for now we're just going to sit here and wait for my cabbage. Just zoom in a little bit. Eee, look at me. I'm the coolest dude in the city. And we're not in a city, that's how cool I am. Just sitting here, waiting for my cabbage to cook. Oh shit, my pot lid's on fire. Ah! Wait, no, it's fine. Just a cool dude once again. My cabbage is cooked. Sounds a bit like a sort of an inconvenience more than anything else, doesn't it? Oh, and it was at that time he knew his cabbage was cooked. And he was shit out of luck. Right, I believe what we're doing... We'll sort my inventory. Sorting my inventory didn't do as much as I was hoping it would. It's fine. It doesn't matter that much. I was hoping it would do more. It just moved... It actually moved the thing I need further along the bar, which is not hugely convenient, but still.
Nighty-night, jailbirds. Everyone back in your cells. The doors will be locked till morning, so don't bother trying anything.
Okay, Veldin, no screw-ups. Let's do this right tonight. I'll dig as far through the floor of my cell as I can. Use a smashing sign to have a hammer-happy friend take care of the rest of it. And I'll see you down there. Then we'll finally be on our way back to home sweet home, where I can finish off that room within my pyramid. And with that, The jailer locks Veldin and the other prisoners in their cells. And you'll know, once I've finished those, because if you remember rightly, now I'm not suggesting you have to pay full attention at all times, but this is a quiz. You will be expected to take the exam at the end of the Let's Play, and if you don't score 80%, I murder your family. So good luck. If you remember correctly, we built a couple of bedrooms, which is what triggered all of this event, because that was basically, you did the mission, congratulations, now shit's gone down. And I built a bunch of little tiny rooms at the back of those bedrooms. Now, once you find out what those tiny rooms actually are going to be, is it all my family, or can I suggest candidates? Every last member. So just the men. I'm just going to slice off all the men's members. That's the joke. I didn't have anything more. On that. I tried, but it just sort of went, nah, I can't help you, mate. You're fucking stupid. But yes, once you find out what those rooms were for, you'll feel the tragedy that is me having to leave the island. And you'll understand why the rest of them are going to be very pleased when I get back. Now, what about family friends that you call auntie and uncle? Ooh. I suppose they can only really be sort of... Like they're only called auntie and uncle, I'll just call them dead. I'll call them murdered, and that'll be that. I'll just phone them up one night and go, "You're dead." And that's it. Just leave it at that ominous threat. So that they think they might be killed at any moment. But they're not actually going to be killed. Because that, I think that covers the sort of, they're only family friends, but we call them family anyway. You're dead, you are. Oh, that's a shame. I take it, is that a quote from something specific? I don't recognise it. But I might do if you specify what it is. Because that's how my brain works. Piss poorly. Does that mean I don't need to put the bins out? No, technically you have to put the bins out because the rest of your family is murdered. So you are solely responsible for the bins. Anyway, I wait patiently for night to fall. And when it finally trips over itself in the dark, I get to my escape plan. It's ringing a bell from some comedy show, but I can't remember where. I see. And then, as darkness settles in, it finally becomes time to put the escape plan into action. And we do like the darkness when they've settled in. When they're just tuning up the instruments, it's really awful. But once they've settled in, I believe and think of love. Darkness joke. We've not done one of them in a while. If you put some family in the bins, Joe will probably put them out when he does the killing. It's nice like that, apart from all the killing. Yeah. Oh, don't worry. And I'll sort them out into proper recycling as well. It finally becomes time to put the escape plan into action. Or the escape action into plan. One of the two. Now's not the time for sleeping. Veldin's best chance of escape is in the dead of night. No. Do you know what? We've led up to this prison escape. But do you know what? I'm not feeling it tonight. Tonight's our one and only opportunity. But do you know what? I'm just gonna chow down on some greens and get a lovely early night. I think it's well worth it. Can't sleep, must escape. Exactly. Anyway, I've forgotten. The problem I've got is I've forgotten all the bloody buttons, which is incredible considering it's only been a week. But I suppose arguably I have played other games in the interim, but it is still slightly concerning that I've forgotten all the buttons at this point in time. In fairness, actually, I haven't played that many games in the interim. Not as many as I usually play, I'd like to point out. I've been mostly doing other things. Other bits and pieces. It is the blue thing. It's the blue goosh. Which I still cannot believe you decided you wanted blue goosh and not goo boosh. Come on. It's a home run with the goo boosh, but no. You insisted on blue goosh. Which I don't know whether that's better or worse, to be honest. But still.
Hello, Veldin. I heard what's going to happen. Mr. Malroth will be changing cells tomorrow, and Captain Blubberbelly's ship will be destroyed.
It has to start with a B. I see. I see. Not sure why, but I see. It looks kind of like the sad onion you get on products telling you what their age they're for. I'm not sure I know for certain what you mean, but I like the idea that there's a sad onion on a product telling you what age it's for. This sad onion thinks people under 15 won't understand. Oh, that's why we have to strike tonight, before the iron cools down.
So have you worked out how to make that hammerhood go where we want it to?
I don't know, I guess hold it in the direction I want it to go and just keep stroking, I suppose, but that's it. Most products have a sad onion. I see. Oh, look, I've got a product here. I'm not seeing an obvious sad onion. But then again, I can't actually access the lid properly. So that might be why I can't see the sad onion. I can't turn it upside down because otherwise all the shit in the lid will fall out, and that's not good. That's going to just make a mess.
Smashing signs? That sounds like a great idea. Now the hammerhood will know exactly which walls need squishing.
Smash! I tell you what, I'll put the powder in and then I'll put the water in and then I'll make mashed potatoes because it's smash. I can't remember the advert for those. All I've got in my brain is the Shake and Vac advert, which is not Smash. But it's the little alien creatures.
They smashed them with their forks.
Mash means smash. It's something along those lines. But they are very daft adverts, and fairly infamous, so I assume you probably know the adverts I'm talking about, the Smash robots. I imagine if you wanted to, you could Google Smash adverts. Oh dear, there's a ping. You'll have to... I'll tell you what you'll need to do. A bit like you, but not quite as dramatically severe. It's very difficult for me to put links. Some games, it's okay, but Dragon Quest, it's a pain because it insists on taking your entire attention. It's very much a hog of like,
No. You know use on the screen. You know do other things. You play me. I will have none of your other things.
So yes, if you pop it in the Discord, that would be very much appreciated. I can view it in the break and or after. But I'm assuming it's relevant in some fashion. I suppose arguably. Let's have a look. I can do it on my phone. But that's just because I'm very lucky with the way I have things. This is the sad onion. Okay, let's try and have a look at the sad onion. It's just unfortunate it's not loading that quickly. Come on, please. Come on, please. Come on, please. Come on, please. Now I'm curious. Whereabouts in the Library of Links? Or have you not put it in yet? Because I'm not getting enough... there it is. Oh, I see. Sad onion is sad, yes. I do sort of vaguely recall that now, yes. Yeah, that is quite something. That is genuinely quite something.
I can hardly believe the day is finally here. It's finally slime for Gottfried's dream to come true.
Yar! I can't wait to get this jailbreak started. But first we need a free Malroth.
Go ahead and stick a smashing sign on that wall. The hammerhead should take care of the rest.
Every day I'm tunneling. Every day I'm tunneling down. What sound would a blue sad onion make? Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably just... boo-hoo-hoo. And then probably eventually it would be... boo-hoo-hoo. Goo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's probably what a blue sad onion would sound like. Your new Hammerhood friend just adores smashing stuff with a mallet. Place a smashing sign on a wall and it'll dig a lovely tunnel for you. Okay, well, let's give this a go then. Bang! Diggy, diggy, diggy. Diggy, diggy, diggy. He's very fucking slow, but he's diggy, diggy, digging. Could do it so much more useful if I'd had my own hammer. Hello, Maroff. Welcome. Took you long enough. Well, it's not I'm not the one digging, am I, you prick? Tell that to the hammerhood. Tell him to get a fucking shifty on. That monster didn't waste any time taking down that wall, did he now? Good to see you safe and sound. Safe and round, even. He's apparently round. Maroff. Long time no see, Brownbeard. How are you? How you been? Feeling much better than I was now here. Oh, there we go. Can you put smashing signs on anything? As has just been proven there, I mean, probably the answer is yes, but equally the answer is no. Because I can put it on anything. Smashing pumpkins. Chef's kiss. Very good. It just doesn't mean he can actually smash through them. Basically, most things that my hammer can smash, I think he can smash, although my metal hammer would be the one there. Yeah, the wooden hammer can only really smash dirt. So, pretty much, all you can smash is dirt. Those smashing signs were great! We'll escape the island in no slime at this rate. That is distinctly possible. We do need to find the next step, though. Ah, okay. Maroff is the man with the plan. Those smashing signs really do the trick, eh? Molly knows her stuff. We won't be able to go everywhere we want, though. Only if we promise to tidy up afterwards, I suppose. If we promise to bring a mop and bucket, we can probably go anywhere we like. It seems like the Hammerhood's mallet is only tough enough to dig through earth. I just told them that, slimy boy. But you know, if you see any other earth walls, go ahead and plop one of your smashing signs on it so our friend can do its thing. Goodness knows what we'll find on the other side. Maybe freedom, maybe monsters. Well, we've got Maroff, although does Maroff actually have his tools of destruction? No, he does not. He left his copy of Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction in his other trousers, which is more's the pity, because I mean that would have whiled away the time in Skelcatraz, without doubt. Look, Veldin, that wall's made of earth. Why don't you have the Hammerhood squish it for us? I'll give it a damn good go. Pop it down there. Go on, son. Go on, get to smash it. Can I? Yes, I can actually sort of... Oh, hello, monsters. Go on, grah. Punch the mushrooms. It's just a unique way of saying you're on mushrooms, I think. I'm going to go ahead and assume the Hammerhood can't die from the poison. In fact... Oh, no, he's taking damage. But if he does die, we've got problems. Oh, we've got antidotal herbs, though, now, so that's not too bad. Take out, replace the mushrooms. Go on, that'll do. I can probably put a lot of this shit away, because I'm not going to need it. I might keep that bone, just in case we come across the cat again. But the bed can go away, the mushrooms... Yeah, the mushrooms can go away. It's fine. I feel like the goo puns should be an optional feature, like turning off blood in some games. I've had enough. No! You can never have enough goo puns with slimes in Dragon Quest. Trust me. You can goo for days. Oi there! Another earth wall in the starboard bow. Slooper, go ahead and ooze one of your smashing signs. I'll give it a go, but I feel like we're about to just flood the place, but we'll see. I disagree. That's because you're weak. You are weak to the goo puns. I think you can have too many goo puns. No. You too. Oh, sorry, it's the same person. I thought I got confused because of the Orange Brothers. Only for a moment. Only a moment's confusion. And I think the number is more than 0. How dare you? We can enjoy many. Wait, just it's a stone wall. We've come this far and got so far, but in the end, we hit a dead end. hold on. I think I can hear water splishing and splooshing around somewhere. Which is probably bad. Oh, there is another earth wall there. He's right, sweet he is. I can smell a lovely breeze and all. Veldin, can't you see any other earth walls nearby? I'm looking. I'm very much looking at one. If you see one, have the Hummerhood squish it. I can do that. It's literally just around the corner. It wasn't exactly hidden, was it? It was just sort of following the path round. But there's every possibility we are about to drown ourselves. Oh yeah, we've just drowned ourselves in like sort of poo water, I think, which is very different to the shopping centre blue water. It certainly ain't seawater, though. I quite like this smell. It seems somehow familiar. You know what? I'm not even going to ask. But, there's that sea breeze again. So there it is. We can't be far from Haunty Ocean. What are we waiting for, then? Let's go. Let's go in the poo water. It's time to just swim in the poo water. Oh no, there is it's the Hammerhood. Hammerhood, are you? Yep, no, we're all good. I don't know if they make it super obvious that it is poo water or just leave it to your imagination that it's probably poo water. Let's have an explore in the poo water. Is that sewage? I mean, if it is, I am thoroughly swimming in it. I'm just seeing if you can find out where it's coming from, but I don't think you can. But I think it is implied that it is the sewer. Grrr. It's a strolling stuff, so it be a toddling body, a walking corpse. You might as well just die now. Huh, guess that explains the stink. It ain't half strange to see one down here, though. How did it get here, and why is it all on its own? So it be. Why is he called Captain Brownbeard? I think it's because he's got a brown beard. Yeah. It's literally because he's got a brown beard. And he's a captain. So he's therefore Captain Brownbeard. About as complicated as it gets, I think. Who cares? Let's just thrash the dying daylights out of it and be on our way. But how are we supposed to fight it? We're totally legless. I mean, hands-free. I mean, unharmed. You think that's going to stop me? Come on, let's fight. Oh no, a walking corpse is here. Go, Malroth, go, Malroth, go. Go, Malroth, go, Malroth, go. Go, Malroth, go, Malroth, go. I am just your cheerleader now. Come on, Malroth, where are you, you bellend? You're caught under the bloody thing, mate. Fine, I suppose I'll have to do the fucking work then, won't I? Absolute joke, Malroth. You say you're going to deal with the situation, and then you fuck off down in the sewage water, making a little home for yourself. There you go. It's a bit late to be on dry land now, isn't it? Little shit's dead. Oof. That felt good. Yar, I've never been in a proper sit-up before. That went surprisingly well, didn't it? With all of us throwing our fish hooks like that. He never stood a chance. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. This walking corpse. Could it be? Blistering barnacles. I think it wants to be for friends. Who would ever want to be bosom buddies with a thing like that? Veldin, please, I'd be rather grateful if you gave him some monster munchies. Okay, I will try to give him some monster munchies. Here you go. Enjoy your monster munchies, my corpse friend. Well, now, the walking corpse has now joined my team, and he is going to be doing walking corpsey things for me. Now, not entirely sure what a walking corpse can do, but hey. Oh, please enter a name. Well, it's open. Would people like to name the walking corpse? I mean, I think I know what his actual name is, but for shits and giggles, you can name the monster. What flavour of Monster Munch are they? Pickled onion? Is that going to be his name? Is his name now Pickled Onion? He's the family of someone who didn't get 80% on the test. Exactly. Do 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 do. Hey, just waiting. Bergie. Fair enough. You were first, and I might as well go for it. Ice cream flavoured Monster Munch? No. Even if that existed, the only reasonable flavour of Monster Munch is pickled onion. Only. You don't need any. That's why I was incredibly besmirched by Subway when it was like, what crisps does Subway offer? I was scrolling through the app on Deliveroo and I was like, what crisps does Subway offer? Well, a lovely little salt and vinegar one, that I'll probably do, that'll suffice. And then it was like, oh, Monster Munch. I haven't had Monster Munch in years. I'm sorry. Beef flavour. Who in fuck's name buys beef flavoured Monster Munch? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not against beef flavoured crisps, but fuck off. If you're going to offer any Monster Munch, you offer pickled onion flavoured Monster Munch. It's the only flavour of Monster Munch that matters. Oh, what ice cream flavour did exist? My God. My God. Also turned your tongue blue. Just a bit more mental. That is shocking. Now, beef flavour... beef flavoured hula hoops. I love beef flavoured hula hoops. I love hula hoops in general. For whatever reason, the little hoop that the hula hoop is formed of seems to pick up flavour like it was going out of fashion. So salt and vinegar hula hoops, magnificent beasts. Ready salted hula hoops, excellent. And beef hula hoops, delicious. So I'm not against the beef flavour, it's just, how dare you offer me beef flavoured Monster Munch when you should be offering me pickled onion Monster Munch? So I said no. I said no to Subway's beef flavoured Monster Munch and had the salt and vinegar ones instead. Or, are you sure he's friendly? He certainly don't sound it. It's you, isn't it? I see, the ice cream ones didn't turn you blue. There have been ones that turn you blue. And in fairness, I know, like, this wasn't an official brand of crisps, but there's a channel I watch on YouTube called Mythical Kitchen. Or at least I used to watch it. I don't watch it quite as much. But what they do is sometimes do, like, snack fusions. And I think this one was, like, one. They sometimes do, like, this concept on the main show, Good Mythical Morning, Rhett and Link's Good Mythical Morning. They sometimes do this weird concept where they do, like, different dimension snacks. So it's like, this dimension has things that are savoury and not sweet, or something like that. Something along those lines. So they sometimes twist these things. So I think what they did was the fiery hot Cheetos, but in an inverted universe, it would be icy cold Cheetos. And I think whatever powder he used, I think he ended up using like a load of mints to get sort of icy flavouring, sort of minty icy flavouring on these Cheeto things. And I mean, he built them all from 100% scratch, but I think whatever the powder he sort of concocted ended up turning all their tongues blue. For precisely how long, I have no idea. It's you, isn't it? Never thought I'd be friends with a corpse, but it is what it is. Come on, let's look for an exit. You two stink breath. Have you guessed the twist yet? Are you able to guess the twist? Have you figured out the twist? Who's the corpse? Anybody? Anybody? Who's the corpse? This is for that family member you don't often see, but still exists. Who is the corpse? This is to save their life. You get. Actually, I'll tell you what. I'll give you a break. You can choose. This is to save one family member. Who corpse going to be corpse? I love stuff like that. Why is the default for drink to be sweet? Arabic countries have salty drinks. They're great. Ooh, I don't know about that. But I suppose arguably my palate has been sort of forced into not desiring that sort of thing. Obviously, if I tried it, it might not be too bad, but at the moment, it's kind of like, okay, my general senses is a little bit sort of, oh, no, I don't know about salty drinks. I'm not sure about that. Is the corpse Babs? No. Are you and your own family? I mean, technically you are, but you weren't included in the killing spree anyway. So, you get to survive no matter what. But, yes. So, we meet again, numbers 6... Oh no, wait, Chief Inspector. Oh, the Chief Inspector was the woman who had a man's voice. I mean, in fairness, all the women have man's voices because I'm a man, but that's not 100% the point. Now you love them. Ooh, well. You never know. Maybe I'll find one at some point, but chances are slim because I pretty much live off of cherry coke. Given half a chance, at least. Granted, today I had Iron Brew, but Iron Brew's just magnificent. But for the most part, I do live off of cherry coke. Why is the default for clean mouth mint? I want to taste like lemon. Well, lemon is default for clean in some fashion, and if you make a terrible faux pas at the Chinese restaurant, you are going to have a clean mouth that tastes like lemon. Because, of course, when they have the little finger bowl, that's, I think, well, I don't know if it's lemony. It's certainly citrusy, I think, isn't it? But if you make the faux pas of going, oh, is this some kind of starter dish? No, you clean your fingers in it, you dipshit. You would end up tasting like sort of lemony cleaning fluid. So this was the old hello. So we meet again, numbers 6207, 6208. I happen to have been waiting for you. What the heck's the Chief Inspector doing here? Don't tell me she was on to us all along. Well, yes, me boy. 1,000 times yes. But I haven't got enough time to do 1,000 yeses. I have followed your foolish plot from the very beginning, biding my time, waiting for this very moment. It's not a lovely soup. Oh no. Oh shit, I've made a mistake every single time I've been to a Chinese restaurant. Mint is better at giving the illusion of clean, since it's so... I'm assuming he's that fucking strong. Never have that problem if I was having a Chinese. I only ever have chicken ball and sweet and sour sauce with rice. That's fair. I must admit, I used to be very much exclusively pork balls, sweet and sour sauce, egg fried rice. That was always my go-to at a Chinese restaurant. I have expanded slightly when they developed the chicken ball, because I'm fairly certain back in my day, you young scamp. Back in my day, I'm fairly certain the chicken ball in sweet and sour sauce was a far-flung notion that they'd never thought of. No, let's use my normal voice and not do a racist Chinese accent. No, it's sweet and sour pork. What? You think we could replace the pork with chicken? You're mad. But we'll give it a go for one evening. But nonetheless, I do remember a time where I think the only ball you could get was, in fact, sweet and sour pork. Sweet and sour pork balls. Now, what I particularly like, what was coined as the grown-ups sweet and sour sauce for, I believe it was my father who said it was it's the grown-up sweet and sour sauce, which is kung po. Kung po chicken is magnificent because it is essentially a spicy sweet and sour. And you can get kung po pork as well, interestingly enough. I like that soy soup even. Or was that meant to be soy sauce? That's always on the table at the Chinese restaurant. Can't drink too much though. Yeah, I must admit, drinking soy... I'm thinking sauce. But soy, that is a flavoursome beast. I can't deny. I do love it in the old duck pancakes. Duck pancakes with the soy sauce in. Again, delicious. Beyond comparison. But too much soy, I find it's like... Kung Po is great. Kung Po is best. But best Po is Kung Po. Oh yes, indeed. Pardon my time. Waiting for this very moment. But why? If you knew what we were up to, why did you let us go through all this slime?
Why, that's elementary, my dear Slime. It is Argon's will. He teaches us to allow our enemies a glimpse of salvation they crave before we snatch it away forevermore.
It's basically the plot from Batman.
Batman, I will give the citizens of Gotham hope in the form of being able to stop the bomb. But then I will take the hope away because there's no way to stop the bomb. I fucked them. I fucked them real good. The people of Gotham will never know what hit them. Literally, it's a fucking nuke. Time explodes, they're dead. Even if they run, they're dead. They're all bloody dead, Batman.
American Chinese food is totally different than British versions. Ooh, I did not know that specifically. I mean, I know different areas have different things, but still. I think it must be because they serve it all in those little cardboard pots, not tin foil. Ooh, an intriguing theory. I must admit, our Chinese tends to put them in plastic pots. So your bog standard sort of Tupperware. I do like the word Tupperware. I realise I often end up sounding a little bit too much like Miranda when I start on that sort of thing. I do like the word Tupperware, Tupperware, Tupperware. If you say it too many times, though, it loses all meaning. Tupperware. Bloody Americans and their confusing biscuits. Yeah, I know. What sort of place calls a biscuit a bread roll? Or rather, calls a bread roll a biscuit? Because I'm fairly certain that's what they are. They're just a sort of hard bread roll. And everyone has at least 20 of those Chinese pots in the cupboard. Yes, of course they do. I mean, I think I was using one the other day when I needed to sort of just... let's discuss Jaffa cakes. There's not really a discussion. They are officially... now, I might get it the wrong way round, but that's a technical detail that we can leave off. I'm fairly confident the Jaffa cake is officially a cake. Yeah? And the reason it is officially a cake is because they were able to pay less tax for it being a cake in some fashion. There was a cost save anyway, whether it's specifically tax or what have you, I don't know, but I'm fairly certain they register them as cakes in order to save money and make higher profits. And that's it. That's the only reason why there's this sort of notion of are they a cake or are they a biscuit? But they're a cake because they got more money to say they were a cake. That's it. And they are fantastic, in fairness. What was the ones? Oh, I can't remember. But they weren't the regular one. They were like a sort of berries one or something, maybe. I don't think it was something as simple as strawberry. I think it was like a sort of black currant, maybe, or something. I don't know. But they were delicious. They're a cake because they go hard when they're stale, as opposed to a biscuit, which goes soft. Fair enough, but I'm also fairly confident that I'm correct in my assessment. It's legally a cake. Cake is not a luxury food. I mean, it very much is the way I eat cake. Anyway, lazing on a sofa, you can't get more luxurious than that. But yeah, if you put chocolate on a biscuit, they're luxury. That makes some degree of sense, I think. But then cake is often chocolate, so... And if you've not put chocolate on cake, you're doing it wrong. That's not technically true. I tell you what, one of the things I was really surprised by a little while back, I thought, I wasn't sure, because it was a vegan cheesecake from... Oh, fiddlesticks, I just reimbursed everyone's points somewhere. I see. That's slightly alarming, but still, never mind. It doesn't make that much difference if it's my channel. It might make some difference if it's someone else's. But nonetheless, what was that? Vegan cheesecake. Yeah, I was slightly put off because I'm by no means a vegan. No means. But I thought it's a fucking cheesecake, and I do love cheesecake. But So I just went, fuck it, I'll pick up this vegan cheesecake from Pizza. It was from Pizza Hut, for anybody wondering. But I fucking loved it. It was absolutely fucking delicious. It's one of the best cheesecakes I've ever had, so maybe I should go vegan. But assuming if I can go vegan whilst eating, you know, bacon, steak, mince, and every other meat offered to me. I'm sure that counts, doesn't it? I'm sure that counts, yeah. Hello, and even if a mighty builder is unable to escape from Skilketres, then the other inmates will know that they haven't a hope. I shall kill several dreams with one stone. Wait, so you put Veldin in that cell on purpose? I did indeed. Did you really think that I, the Chief Inspector of Skilketres, would not know that Gottfried dug a tunnel underneath his cell? Oh, no! I'm assuming that's the sound of a slime quivering. But yes, vegan free-from food has gone so much better. You're quite right. It was, in fairness, it was a pre-existing bias that was proven distinctly wrong, and arguably that's a good thing. But it was just one of those ones where it was like, do I really want a vegan cheesecake? And the answer turned out to be yes, I do. Phenomenally so. Your work is done now. It is time for your punishment. For the crime of attempting to escape from Skilketres, I sentence you to death. Yeah, what Stinkbreath said. Let's beat this bozo black and blue and get the heck out of here. Okay, oh, there's Skelly Guards. Let's punch a Skelly Guard. I'm fairly certain most of these enemies are a lot easier than they usually are. Because, obviously we have no weapons. I have no weapons, how can I fight? More Skelly Boys. We kind of have to focus on the big man. Let's get my grilled greens ready. Just keep punching, just keep punching. Ow, don't hit me, you prick. Just keep punching. Oh, shit, I need to dodge that. Oh no, he was just summoning guards, it's fine. Just keep punching, just keep punching, just keep punching. Ooh! Ah! Do-do-do-do. Not vegan either, but it's not like I want animal products, I just want good food. That's fair, that's a fair assessment. That's true. I don't necessarily need to have something as tasty as... And I must admit, if you get a chance, anything that's registered as Hunters seems to be absolutely magnificent, because today, and the other week we had it as well, but today we had Hunter's Bacon Steak, I think it's called. But basically Hunters, for anybody interested, seems to just be an official thing of barbecue sauce, melted cheese. That's basically the definition of a Hunters. If you ever see like a Hunters something, it's barbecue sauce and cheese on top. And this was like a bacon steak, so all the greatness of bacon with the delicious barbecue sauce, and a rather pleasant cheese as well. You know, I could always have it more mature, to be honest, or Gruyere. Gruyere or heavily mature cheddar. That's my two go-to cheeses. They are spectacular. But yeah, very nice cheese melted on top as well, and it's delicious. That's what you get for messing with Maroff and his pals, punk. Hey, look. This here Chief Inspector had all your bits and bills on her whole time, so she did. I got all my belongings back, yes! Hungarian Hunter's stew is very much not that, I see. It's great, but don't expect barbecue. I see, okay. You made soup with... on a top a few weeks ago. Partner thought it was my feet. It's I suppose it does have a distinct smell, but it is delicious nonetheless. I do like Gruyere. I used to consider it to be like the karate cheese because it's Gruyere. And it sounds like a person doing a karate move. That was the joke. I figured I'd explain it fully just in case. Distinct is putting it lightly. I don't know. I suppose I've probably just just gotten used to it, perhaps. But yeah, motion to make good the official spelling. I mean, it is a dodgy spelling at the best of times. It is basically gear. In fairness, it does sound like it's spelled gear, and probably makes people who are not used to it go, yeah, what is that smell? But yeah, I absolutely adore it. I've been having it on my pizza. Well, actually, I've basically constantly had Gurio the last several weeks, months. Because I used to have it as a sort of snack on the side when I was making my egg fried rices for lunch, and now I'm making my pizzas for lunch. I grate it on top of the pizza as in a replacement for mozzarella, because it melts just as well. Well, it melts as well as cheddar, not as well as mozzarella. If memory serves, Gruyere, because I have it so often, I have sort of memorised it. I'm fairly certain it's Gyurere. Gruyere. All right, Velden, you're up. Now you've got your trusty hammer back, you should be able to break us out of here. I do, yeah! Guess who's back? Back again. Dragon's back. Tell a friend. Oh, pirates of old. Get to the piratey stations. Where are my pirate stations? I don't know. The port gun battery. We fire port at them. Well, I mean, yes, no, that's a good idea. We'll fire the port at them. They'll go, ooh, port. Start drinking. We'll get drunk. We'll get them drunk, and then we can take their ship. But if we take their ship, what do we do with our ship? Just get to your station. All right. And where am I going? I don't know, like Liverpool Street, something like that. Just go away from me, please. Hello, Mr. Miniatures, and hello, Mr. Corvus. My word, he's got an awfully large volume of emotes. I don't think they fly across the screen on this mode. I should probably try and flick that over and get that back on, but still, we shall see. But yes, Flower the Snow, I do recognise. I feel like I recognise that hamster gerbil thing as well, but I'm not sure why. Maybe you've just used it before. But welcome, Mr. Miniatures, welcome, Mr. Corvus, and welcome anybody else who joined on the little raid that we experienced. Welcome, this is Dragon Quest Builders 2. Almost forgot the game I was playing, which is not great. How are you both, and how did the painting go? As far as I saw, I don't know whether you changed partway through, but as far as I saw, you were doing Mysterio. How did Mysterio fare? Has he had a good licking of paint? Or has he had a bad licking of paint? Did he lick the paint and go, yeah. I want to kill Spider-Man now. And maybe that's just what happens when you lick paint. You just have an overwhelming urge to kill Spider-Man. Booyah! Freedom at last. Oh, I tell you what, it's awkward, but we'll do it. Wait for it. Just have to get through the celebration part. Okay. I think we're okay. No, I don't have my mouse. Okay. Nah. So we're going to go horribly wrong. But I'll do it anyway. Make sure I spell it correctly. There we go. It's not as fancy as some, but, you know, it gets the job done. Plus, you popped your... For anybody interested and wondering, you can, on any emote you like the look of, if you have a little click on that emote, you will get the channel information it comes from. So for anybody interested in Mello's channel, you could click on either the link that Nightbot threw your way on the shout-out, but you can also click the emote and pop over to the channel as well. You got Mysterio done, nice, and General Veers. Yes, he He's always just going off to the left, because he's always just slightly veering. He veers. There's a joke in there somewhere. Just dig away at the topsoil and you'll be able to find it. Then started Darth Maul. Nice. Mysterio's licking of paint was rather messy, but he's not too bad looking. That's alright. I mean, the state of some of my shit at the moment is... Well, okay. There's inconvenient colour choice. Sloppy paint. Needs a second coat. Actually, not intolerable. That's currently the state of my painting projects. I don't think Veers is very left-leaning. I suppose no, he does. Being part of the Empire, he would be distinctly right, wouldn't he? If that's where we're going. Are we going... Was that the joke you were going for? Explain the joke in detail, with references. 2-page report, please. By Monday. I'm gonna be lenient on you. We're gonna say Monday morning. Then you've got the whole weekend to work on it. There she puffs, me beloved ship. I thought I'd never see her again. Well, you can't laugh and sob at the same time. They're two distinctly different emotions. Come on, everyone, let's get on board before anyone finds out we're missing. I mean, I think most people know we're missing, because that was sort of the point. How many family members is the report worth? I was lenient with the deadline, so I'm afraid I can only offer one. So... or you can have a very short deadline and 2. That's the best I can do, yeah. So it depends on how long you think it's going to take you to write a 2-page report. Deadline, very good. I didn't mean that, but very well noticed nonetheless. It's now or never, Feldin. Let's jump before the cavalry comes. Okay, let's go! Gone the wrong way technically, but I was exploring. Sort of. I did know I was going the wrong way, I'd like to point out. It's just I wanted to see if there was anything useful or interesting and pertinent towards the other side. Let's put the pot lid and the rags away, for I do not ever need to go with my raggedy nonsense outfits again, for I am back in the dragon garb. I believe there will be better garbs at some point, but nonetheless, it's at the moment very much a sort of thing. For the dragon armor's the best armor. Gooey! We're free! We've finally made Gottfried's dream come true. Whoa! A lot's happened since we first arrived here, eh? We found some new friends, even learned how to make monster munchies, and it's all thanks to the children of Hargon. You're all welcome to come back with us and live on our island, you know. You'll be safe there. Smashy smash! Thank you, Mr. Malroth. You're much kinder than you look. But I think I'm going to stay here. You what? All I ever wanted was to escape from Skelkatraz, and now that wish has been granted. But I never actually wanted to leave. This is my home. It might be a horrible place for humans, but it's heaven for us monsters. You know what they say, different horses for different courses. Yes, you want a sort of a Shetland. That's more a pony. It's close enough. Keep going. The joke's worth it. Is it? No. Fuck. Do you want to abandon the joke? Do you want to hit the ejector button? No, I think I might see it through. Have a Shetland pony. For starter. Have a Shire. For Maine. Do you know any more horses? I don't know any more horses. That ejector button's still on the table. Pew, 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 pew. That wasn't the ejector button, that was the alert button. Fuck. Which one's the ejector button? That one. And I've gone.
Who's sneaking about?
Is there a throat horse? Are they types? Oh, Mustang. Mustang's a good one. Racing horse, fair dues. I could possibly allow that. But throat horse? Am I missing an obvious joke? Oh, a horse throat. Is that what you're... a sore throat, horse throat. Is that what you're going for? Because I think I've just understood. You're going for a big lurk to get the trash out. You're probably going to have to track down that Orc Commando as well. I told you, he's oofed it. He's oofed it. Horse throat, yeah. Nice. Nice. Not that any of us is a horse, of course. Anyway, you two better hurry up and sail away from here before the screws grab you. We've talked about 2 in a row, Blue Goose. We've talked about 2 in a row. A big thanks to you both. Without you, my friend Gottfried's dream never would have come true. I'm super duper grateful. My God, you did 3 in a row. Pegasus? Pegasus? Yugi boy. Wish I could do a better impression of Pegasus, but I can't. So you're going to have to just stick with, Yugi boy. Kaiba boy. You'll face the wrath of my Millennium Eye. The TV series Yu-Gi-Oh, if you were wondering. Maximilian Pegasus. Because he was such a ridiculously fun character. So beautifully over the top with his evilness. And then so beautifully over the top with his goodness as well. When they decided he was too good a character to just leave as the villain and dispense of, they decided to bring him back in. Specifically the unicorn from the last unicorn, but when she's a horse. That's good enough for dessert then, I suppose. I'm super duper grateful for everything you've done for me. Goodbye, my friends, and good luck. That's right. You were nowhere near camp enough. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. But I'm reasonably certain, although they haven't confirmed it, freedom, the zombie is meant to be Gottfried. So he didn't actually Gottfried. He got dead in the basement. But now he's free, so now he's lived up to his name. And I'm... Excuse me. Got too excited. Got too excited that I could ride the slime. Whoops. I've fallen down a hole. I'm gonna ride the slime. Oh yeah. Watch me ride the slime. It's definitely a euphemism for wanking. Oh yes. And you'll get taken off Twitch if you're caught riding the slime. I've excited myself too much. Okay, I think we're reasonably suited. I'm gonna get off now. I'm gonna get off the slime and get back to Brownbeard. Or a plank for the Isle of Awakening, boy. Yes. Or, you know, the more I think about it, the weirder this place was. We heard our share of strange stories, and I had one heck of a dream to boot. There was that thing Molly said about the world being shrouded in Hargon's lies, even though he's dead, and those monsters praying for him to come back. It seems you have a throat unicorn from the last unicorn, but when she's a horse. I do. And then there's that voice I hear every now and then. Could it be? What are you all doing? The screws will catch you if you don't leave soon. Smash, smash. Bash! We might not see each other again for a very long slime, but I'll never forget the slimes we shared here together. Don't worry, Molly. We'll look after her, and one day we'll help her and all the other prisoners escape from Skelcatraz too. Goodbye, Veldin, Mr. Malroth, and, Blubberbeard. Say hi to everyone on your island for me. I just unlocked the achievement Escapologist Extraordinaire. All aboard for a trip aboard. Time to set sail. That's my catchphrase. I'm trying to work it in every time I can. All aboard for a trip abroad. Do you like it? Do you like my catchphrase? I bet you do. I mean, you're not reacting that well to it, but I bet you like it deep down. Go on. What do you say? Deep down, do you like it? You do like it, don't you? All aboard for a trip aboard. I'm going to trip over a bird. What's she doing in my path? I don't know. Make all sorts of food. Interesting. And I'm almost there. Just need to make us some more food. Deep down. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm loving it. I retrieve my stuff from the storage sack. Damn straight I do. I don't believe it. Did you like it? That's my impression of Victor Meldrew. I don't believe it. Well, if it isn't Veldin and Malroth, nice of you to finally show up. I've been worried sick. Where in blazes have you been? Thought the children of Hargom might have found you and whisked you away, or worse. Calm down, calm down. We had everything under control. I wouldn't let anything bad happen to Veldin. But enough about us. What about you? How did things go down after we escaped? Well, I don't know how you did it, but with the combined forces of Furfield and Crimbledune, we somehow managed to drive the rotters away. One of McDonald's now. Always one of McDonald's. Always. The others are sleeping now. We've been waiting round the clock for you to return, you know. So what kept you away for so long? Shine apples? And grilled greens. The lunch of a healthy individual. Right, let's get rid of that. Probably don't need boxes on hand. Don't really need bones on hand. Apart from that, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Most people tend to raid and run, in fairness, because most people have, you know, done several hours worth of stream and therefore need to catch up on all the things they need to do they've been streaming instead of doing. Yeah, somewhere along that sentence makes sense. But yes, thank you for the raid, and cheery bye. See you some other time, Mr. Miniatures. I will look forward to if you post any of your pictures in the Can't Sleep Must Paint Discord. I will try and witness your Veers and Mysterio. Your Mr. Veers, perhaps, if you combine the two, I suppose. Here's hoping you didn't get confused and paint up General Veers as Mysterio and Mysterio as General Veers. One of them is going to look very dull and the other one is going to look very out of place. You were captured and locked up on an island prison? Sounds like you're lucky to have made it out alive. Tell me about it. And to make matters worse, Veldin cried himself to sleep every night. Just can't take him anywhere. Don't tell her that. That was our secret. And apparently it might have been Malroth that cried himself to sleep. So I think that's to show you they're best friends. Well, whatever the true story of your valiant escape, it sounds like you had a first-rate adventure. I was wondering, how about we have a little tea party, just the three of us? Teehee, follow me, I've got a little surprise for you. Really? Okay, fine. Weird. I do remember this bit. It's quite nice. Again, it's relationship building. Ah, my fruit cutlets. Or is this your fruit cutlets? I don't remember. I think I did that ages ago. Because I think that turns into a fruit bowl, doesn't it? Yeah. I think I popped that down the last time I was on this island, which was quite some time ago. You remember this place, don't you? It's where the three of us first met. I thought it would be the perfect place for a party. Party? What for? To celebrate your safe return, of course. You just escaped from captivity. You must be in need of a little light revelry after that. Yeah, I suppose. So, how'd you have a party? Firstly, we'll need somewhere to hold it. Perhaps Veldin could design the perfect location for us. It doesn't have to be too elaborate, but it mustn't be drab either. Make sure there are decorations, a lovely centerpiece that we can complement, something of that ilk. How about that stuffed monster thing you used to help us escape from prison? That should do. Oh, and one more thing. Make sure you build it in the sea. I think a party in the ocean sounds just divine. I'd rather we did it on dry land. I mean, he skipped a few steps there, didn't he? She was just talking about dinner and he's talking about doing it. But if we have to, can you stick a few of those round things that squirt out water around it? You know, the ones you put in the pool on Crumble Dune. I like those. Anything else you'd like to add, Veldin, to add to our little party place, Malroth? Nah, whatever he makes is fine by me. Well, without further ado, let's see what design Veldin dreams up. Oh, what's it gonna be? Oh, hello.
Nah,
Also,
I
hello.
see ya.
I do see you. I see you, baby. Shaking that orc. Shaking that orc.
I see you, baby. Shaking that up.
The party platform.
Yeah, boy. I'm gonna get myself a party platform. Gonna get my party on.
Okay, what we got? Softwood. Carpet. Carpet in the ocean? Are you fucking mad? It's gonna get soaked through. Mental. Wooden steps. A dining table. Simple stools. Don't we have something fancier than simple stools? Apparently not. Fun-size fountains. Lovely. A stuffed hammerhood just lurking in the corner. Watching us. Always. Waiting. Watching. What are we loving deep down? Deep down, we loved something we were loving deep down. I said something, and then I said something about loving it, and then everybody said they loved it. Cool story, bro. Yep. And then just wild bonfires. No attempt to keep them from burning down the wood. So we've got soaked carpet and open flames on... Oh, yes, you're quite right. It was the catchphrase. It was Brownbeard's catchphrase. I was suggesting he wants everybody to love his catchphrase, which is all aboard for a trip abroad. He says it every time we get on the boat. And he wants it to become a thing, but nobody really cares. But yeah, open flames on softwood and then soaking wet carpet. It's a great idea.
Teehee, that little pirouette is as elegant as ever. As for the blueprint, I can see you've included an...
Just got distracted by the fact that apparently the rains have come in, and hard.
You've included an adorable stuffed hammerhood and some fun-sized fountains. How delightful.
Yeah, it's alright. Understated yet charming. Bit like us.
Care to start building it, Veldin? We can start the party as soon as you're done.
Okay, I mean, I think I've probably got most of the ingredients. Oh, look at her dancing. I don't think I can just dance. Unless there is... Feels like there should be some emotes in here. But let's save it, because I haven't for a while. Although I auto-saved when I transferred islands, but nonetheless. Seems pertinent to perhaps give it a distinct save as well. But yeah, it feels like maybe is there controls? Interact? No, that's not helpful. Look up, look down, look around and around. Use the golden gauntlets. Interesting. Use the build noculars. That's something. Oh, select a gesture. Okay. RT. That's RT. Interesting. No. That's it. No, that's definitely not. That's definitely not worked. There must have been a... Oops, hang on. Grab fish, because you need a... Was there actually one called grab fish? I didn't see one called grab fish, but it's distinctly possible. Oh yeah, there is one, look! Grab fish! Wow! An entire shortcut dedicated to grab fish. So that it must be context sensitive, surely, because RT is definitely not that. Unless RT is not what I think RT is. No, that's definitely RT, isn't it? Let's be honest. Intriguing. So I feel like RT must appear elsewhere as well, right? Yeah, use tool. So how can you do that on RT as well? Oh, open gestures menu. That's the bit I'm missing. Oi! Oh, hang on. Oi, cheer! Yeah! Nice. Laugh! Ha 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 ha. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever used this gesture menu. Because I've never had a reason to. It's mostly going to be used for when you're sort of interacting with other people. Although what's quite interesting is, of course, when I open the gesture menu, she stops. So she can't handle dancing can't handle dancing and... Oh, I can do... Oh, I thought I was going to be able to do the Infiniclap for a moment there. R2 appears in every one except Solo, yeah. It took me a moment. I was stalling by showing off the stuff, but nonetheless, I was very much there going, I don't understand, don't understand. So it took my brain a moment or two to figure it out. Yeah, that would do nicely. Just to clear a bit more out of that out. Just for shits and giggles, oh yes. Does that actually extend to that? No, it doesn't. So we might... We'll drag that back a bit as well. And then we'll figure out the rest later. Probably don't need those builder signs for now. Probably don't need... If I've got sand of some variation, I don't need the other sand. Pick up that, why not? Have a go. Place another shine apple in there, why not? We've got a few of them. So what are we looking for? We want simple stalls, but we do need 3 of those, so we do need a couple more. But it's helpful to have a starting point. Let's get rid of the descriptions, because it's sometimes easier to see things. Seeing you, seeing me. Right, the softwood. That's what we're after. And carpet. That's very helpful that I happen to have some carpet on board. Stairs? Do we actually need stairs? I'm not 100% convinced of that, but... Assuming... Let's have a look at this. Oh yeah, stairs at the other end it was in. Which is fair enough, we can deal with stairs at the other end. Ding 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 ding. But I'm assuming C-3PO stars in every single one as well then, doesn't he? Because he doesn't usually go... He doesn't stray far from R2's side in most of them. Though I might be wrong. He may have disappeared for 1 or 2 films.
Tee-hee-hee. The blueprint's coming along very nicely indeed. Oh, I'm so looking forward to our little party. I just can't wait.
I think I was super suspicious of her at this point. No, but arguably we said R2 doesn't appear in Solo either, so we're sort of... I think he appears in everything else alongside of R2. But as I say, I might be mistaken in that one. But apart from Solo, C-3PO is in every single one as well, I would think. But as I say, not 100% sure. Although I suppose arguably you could put forth the notion that R2, I think, fully formed R2 appears in every single one, whereas C-3PO has a varying state of bits. Because obviously he has his red arm, he has his no body, or no shell, I suppose, technically. So he's always in a state of something or other.
I completely forgot to ask about that. How ironic. No, he didn't get his memory back.
What's with you all of a sudden?
Oh, it's nothing really. It's just you've seemed a little distant recently. Are you sleeping all right? No unusual dreams or anything?
See, she is incredibly suspicious.
But I don't know... I don't remember it actually panning out to be anything. It just seems to be like...
If you, that's true. Anakin and many others had missing alternate bits. That's true. That's true. Technically, not all of Luke Skywalker appeared in all of the original trilogy, did they? Because he had his hand chopped off in Empire. So he had a new one in the next one, so he had different bits as well.
Hey, how do you know about that?
Teehee, I know you two better than you know yourselves. After all, we're the best of friends now, and we'll be together forever.
You've not really missed much. We escaped Skelkatraz. I don't know precisely when you left, of course, so it's difficult to know, but we escaped Skelkatraz. We had a Mellow Miniature raid, and that's a person called Mellow Miniature. I'm not insulting the size of his raid. I wouldn't do that. If you know how to use it, that's the crucial thing. Don't judge a man by the size of his raid. But yeah, so I don't know specifically. We've escaped Skelkatraz, that's the crucial element, and we're back on the Island of Awakening. And now we're building a party platform. And Lulu is being suspiciously friendly.
Teehee, I know you two better than you know yourselves. After all, we're the best of friends now and we're together forever.
Together forever?
What? We are going to be together forever, aren't we? Oh, what am I saying? Of course we are. Right, I think that's enough chatter for now. This party will never begin if we carry on hobnobbing like this.
Now that's a hell of a biscuit. Although I must admit, I don't know what my favourite biscuit would be. Possibly a chocolate-covered malted milk. I do enjoy the chocolate-covered malted milk. I don't know why. They just, for some reason, I eat them and I go, that is tasty. That is very tasty. Had some rich teas. Nice. I bet you got slightly confused. I'm having rich teas. Does that mean I'm just having teas? Am I a biscuit? I'm not gonna lie, I don't think that's true. But it made me chuckle, so sometimes that's all you can really hope for in life, that something makes you chuckle in a stupid fashion. That will do. Right. Another rather helpful little thing. If you've got an active blueprint, it will highlight where that active blueprint is. So here you know that we need fires. Although weirdly, I feel like I needed 4. Which is interesting. Pretty certain I needed 4, so maybe I already have 2, but we'll see. But yeah, they'll highlight where it is in the listing. Then your dad and I spent a few minutes talking about biscuit preferences. Ooh. Did you come to any wild conclusions? As I say, I mean, I am basically I will eat pretty much any biscuit. He's not a fan of digestives. They always let him down. Is that as in, is he a dunker? Is he a dunker? Because yeah, I can imagine the digestive letting you down if he's a dunker. Dunkers, you're really after the heavy duty bad boys, which is hobnobs, of course. That's definitely a comedian's bit, by the way. Just to clarify, I am leaning heavily towards. I think it's Peter Kay's bit, but still, that is nonetheless a thing. Right, let's put the fountains in. Have you got enough water to squirt your wee fountain? I don't know. I don't think it's got enough water to squirt. You gonna squirt? No good having a Hey, there we go. Good. We got a squirter. And now we just need to find bonfires. Ooh, where are the bonfires now? I do not know where my bonfires are. You would have thought they were with light sources here, but apparently they are not. So, oh, bonfires are just right at the back. And I did have 2 in existence as well. So even cleverer system that they knew I already had 2 on hand, therefore only needed to build 1. But I believe that's... oh, no, I know. I need the old little thingy. The digestive breaks and everything goes into slow-mo. Me and a friend, work friend specifically. I was always going to just call it friend work. Me and friend work. We got together and decided that he was actually a friend from work, not a work friend, not a friend work. I don't know what I'm saying. It's nonsense, as usual. We have a website about dunking in our spare moments. Nice. I haven't made many websites, but I did make one. And he was particularly pleased at the website, primarily because I just ended up being a slightly obnoxious dick, which I know is not a stretch for me in general, but it was like it was basically the assignment was to create a sort of quiz website. So you had, because it was teaching us about radial boxes, check boxes, list boxes, all of this, and also teaching us about the coding to check what someone had submitted. So, you know, basically if you submit an answer in a box, does it go against the correct answer, etc, etc, etc. And he did sort of, he was quite pleased when I rather than making something super complicated, I just used all the bare bones of how to do it, which was basically if this, if this, do that, if this, do that, if this, do that, if this, do that. Just a fuck ton of if statements, just to cover a load of bases. And I think I put in a few trick questions where a true Batman fan would know the answer immediately, but a sort of not so true Batman fan would put in the wrong answer, and there was some sass. When you got your responses back, you get sort of like you love your if then do game. Well, I mean, it's the easiest form of coding. Or at least as far as I've seen, it's the easiest form of coding. The limitless power of if. Yes. But it was, yeah, I just put in a load of sassy answers, and he quite liked it. Which I think is basically how I got through most of university. I put in sassy remarks and answers. Because I think even one of the blooming when we had to do like, and weirdly, of course, it most of it is based on the fact that I didn't want to do these projects, so I put like sassy, obnoxious answers and responses in. Like I did want to do 3D modelling. What I didn't want to do was do a blog diary of how we were 3D modelling. And I know it's necessary for them to be able to mark something, but it was still like, oh, fuck off. Fuck off. I just want to do the modelling part. I don't want to do all this document shit. So I ended up making really obnoxious sort of daft gags at the beginning of every single one of the blog posts. And I remember, because this might mean more to Mr. Blue Boosh and CSMP and possibly some other Star Wars fans than it does to non-specific Star Wars fans. But I modelled the TIE Phantom, which is basically a ship that can go invisible, hence why I suppose it was called the TIE Phantom. But nonetheless, I 3D modelled a TIE Phantom, and what the blog post describing that was just called The Fan, or I think it was like, I did a sensible title, then a piece of small red text, which was the obnoxious, pointless comments, and then like a block of white text that was, because it was on a black background, a block of white text which was slightly more serious report writing style stuff that could be assessed a little bit more. But I think with that one it was like, the Phantom of the Opera is here inside my mind and blender. But I'm not saying they were that clever. Just stupid and obnoxious. But yeah, it got me through the task, I think is the clear thing. If sassy is equal to bitch, then return blog post obnoxious. Exactly, that's the one. I think equals is always equals to or something. There's a special, I mean, you code, so you know that that's probably entirely correct, don't you? Whereas I can't necessarily guarantee it. It looks like the right syntax, but I couldn't guarantee it. But obviously you do it for a living, I think, don't you? So you know. But the equals is a special one. Double equals is compare. Oh, and single is a sign. I see. So yeah, I wasn't able to grasp programming, unfortunately. But I think I told the story before. I tried to get on board with programming. I got lumbered with an idiot, and I didn't get through programming. Oddly enough, when I went back to it a little while, sometime after that, it didn't go as badly. I still haven't mastered programming, but it didn't go quite as badly. It's one of those ones where I can follow examples and I can sort of understand the logic, but then when presented with the idea of going, I know, I'll program a game, and you get like that blank screen, it's like, nope. And no, I would not like to be sent issues in your programs, because yours are professional programs, therefore professional issues. But although, having said that, from what I understand, I guarantee somewhere along the line, you've probably forgotten a semicolon. Because I think even professionals fall foul of some of the highly detailed syntax bits, but there you go. Is that it's largely magic and no one knows how it works. I sort of agree. I do sort of agree. As I say, I've tried sort of twice now to sort of master it and never quite managed it. No need for semicolons now. What the shit? Are you fucking with me? Wow, okay. It's come a long way since I was doing it then. Jesus. Wow. Because that was the one bit I always struggled on, was trying to track down where I'd fucked up the opening and closing of things. Granted, that's not necessarily semicolons, because the opening and closing of things is brackets and, curly brackets, square brackets, brackets here, brackets there, less than equals, etc., etc. The world decided to fix the semicolon issue. Wow. It's genuinely surprising. Didn't know that was ever going to be a thing. The important part about coding is never to delete the coconut JPEG. Never delete the coconut JPEG. That's important in all fields of life. I've had many a video file go corrupt and it just flashed up the error. You deleted the coconut JPEG. Now I can only think of the Coconut Businessman, which is a Taskmaster challenge. They had to make the coconut I think they had to make the coconut look like it owned a business or something. Or no, I think it was literally just make this coconut look like a businessman. And I remember, I think Mark Watson did it very literally. He actually made the coconut a business and registered the business. So he was actually a coconut businessman. Whereas Nish Kumar did a sort of... I am unaware of the Coconut JPEG story. I have no clue about the Coconut JPEG story. But the Coconut Businessman was basically Nish Kumar put his shirt over his head, put a coconut on top of his head, and went, "I'm the Coconut Businessman!" and had a tie made of money. And that was it. That was his entire attempt, I believe, because I think he spent most of his time stapling money to a tie. So he had very little time left and just put a coconut on his head and went, "I'm the Coconut Businessman!" And it was very entertaining for it. Skink rules. He rules the money, and he's making it rain. Welcome, Mr. Skink Rules, to Dragon Quest Builders 2, where we have escaped Skelcatraz and are back on our island, and we're about to have a party on a party platform. Golly, Veldin, this looks like the perfect place for a pretty little party. I get that you're happy to have us back and everything, but why do we have to have a party? How are you, Skink? Are you doing well tonight? Have we done anything interesting? Because I'm jealous. Rosie told me about the Harvest Festival you held on Furrowfield, and Babs spoke very highly of the Crumble Doom dance party. But if the three of us can have a low-key gathering of our very own, I won't feel left out anymore. That's a rubbish reason. I've never heard anything so stupid in my life. I'm doing well as well. As well. I'm swelling with wellness. I'm swellness. Sorry, can we have an aside? Yeah. Do you always have to answer in the most ridiculous fashion ever? No, I could just use normal words like a normal human being. Would you mind considering that next time? I'll certainly take it under advisement. I guess that will have to suffice, won't it? So in Team Fortress 2, there's a file in the downloads just named Coconut JPEG, I see, which is just as you would expect, is just a JPEG of coconut for some reason. If you delete the JPEG, TF2 crashes and won't work. That is bizarre. That is truly bizarre. Was there ever any light shed as to why that was the case? Or just... I know sometimes I've heard tales of programmers just going, "I don't know why it works, but it works. Leave it alone." But that is just weird. You would never... I suppose... the only reason why you would need Coconut JPEG is if somehow the game references Coconut JPEG in its code. But why you would want to do that is anybody's guess. So did they ever master the idea of why that's a thing? But alright, I'll go along with it. After all, me and Feldon are always leaving you in the lurch. No one knows. Nobody knows. So that's what the plan. That's what's planned for this party then. Sit on those stools and stare at each other.
Teehee, remember when I said I had a surprise for you? You two just sit right there.
Okay.
Ta-da!
Ooh, that's fancy.
It's a cake and a tea set.
Although I am slightly peeved, you do seem to have taken a slice of the cake already, Lulu. Did you get bored or something?
I've been planning this party since you two left. I even baked the cake the day after you went away.
Oh, what did you put in it? It reeks to high heaven. You are still here, but your computer is being weird. I feel like a radio host. For the benefit of the listeners at home, Can't Sleep Must Paint has said evening at Skink Rules. I am still here, my computer is being weird. Oh, they always are. Mine has been particularly troublesome of late. I feel like it's time to get a new one, but I can't afford a new one, so I'm going to have to just hope this one limps through for a little bit longer. And ideally, what I would want to do is try and get one when Windows 11 comes out, because then that bypasses the need to update the system. It would just come with the new operating system. Whether Windows 11 is going to be fucking shit or not is another question, but it's easier if it's out and sorted and not having to upgrade, I think. But that's a whole other issue. But you possibly did. You may have deleted the coconut. It's always a potential. It's always a potential that you deleted the coconut.
It does not. That's the aroma of fresh scallywinkle, I'll have you know.
She put fish in the cake. You do not put fish in the cake. You also don't put carrot in a cake. And you definitely don't put carrot and fish in the same cake. Given the state of the dev notes on the coding for TF2 that got leaked last year, I imagine that no one at Valve actually knows why Coconut JPEG is there to begin with. No, well, again, I don't know like why you would need it. Courgette cake is great. No. You leave. You leave now. Leave now. And take away your courgettes. It's not courgettes, it's cucumbers I hate. It's fine. You can return. Keep the courgette moderately away from me because it is still a vegetable. And therefore, not for me. But it's actually cucumbers I dislike. With a passion. With a burning passion. The carrot is just for moisture. Any veg will do. No. The carrot is for disgusting me. Very funny video of some of the best of the notes that I'll link in the Discord. Nice. I'm back with a cucumber painted as a courgette. You dirty son of a bitch.
It does not. That's scallywinkle, as you know. I mixed the meat into the cake batter with some slime oil. Oh, this is getting worse, isn't it? With some slime oil, stirred in some mashed crabbed eyeballs and sprinkled some soil in for good luck. This is very much... I don't think anybody here has necessarily seen them, because I think this is sort of, technically speaking, they're before my time, but I was born and raised on them via my mother. Carry On films. Don't know if anybody's probably familiar with them, but whether they know them off by heart quite as much as I do, I somehow suspect maybe not. But Carry On Cruising, I believe it is. I think it was simply called Carry On Cruising. There's a scene in that where they try and celebrate the captain's last cruise. And basically the chef decides he's got a great idea. He's going to try and make a cake based on everywhere the captain has been. So he puts in sort of I think he puts in spaghetti from Italy, chop suey from wherever chop suey's from. I can't remember, truth be told. Not that I think I ever really knew, but
nonetheless, he puts in all sorts of weird and wonderful ingredients that go across the world. And that's what's reminding me here. This seems like a bad idea, but it's fine for now. Gets a laugh at me every time. Yeah. But as I say, I don't necessarily mean to tar programmers with the same brush. But from what I've seen, that is kind of the way you program. You put it in and you go, run program. If program runs, that's good enough. It's good enough. So it is there. Once again, I'll do the radio announcement. For the benefit of the listeners at home, Skink Rules has said, "Ahoy there, can't sleep, must paint." You have 2 big leaks in your fridge. I reckon you ought to get an electrician and a plumber in then. But it's up to you. Might be able to fill them with a couple of vegetables. But that's another good old... that was a Hancock joke, I think. He was on a cruise ship, and he kept sort of getting to the ends of different conversations that made it sound like the ship was sinking. So he went to like the telegraph room, because this was back when they were doing sort of the beep 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 beep, beep type stuff from cruise ships at the very least. And so he was sending this message, and it was SOS, and it's like, SOS, they're sending out an SOS, and he leaves. But then you pan back to the room, and it's like KINS. There we go. So from Mrs. Soskins, that's it. So it was all sort of very innocent, but then there was like a fella on the deck who was like, what are you serving tonight? And I think he says, it might be something like courgettes or something. We're serving up courgettes. Don't serve those up. Can't you serve? Got anything else? Got any leeks? And then Hancock comes into the conversation at that point, and he's going like, we've got leeks down on hold 2. So basically everything turns into a farce that convinces him the ship is sinking. It's very entertaining if you actually listen to it. Or watch it, actually. That's one of the TV ones. And it is Dorgan Quarst. Welcome, Mr. Malacalibur. We are playing Dorgan Quarst and discussing programming at the moment. We got on the topic of programming. We can't escape. We're stuck in the loop of despair. There you go. That's one just for me and Mr. Caliber at this point. Loops of despair, if you're interested, are programs that just keep going and going and going and never end.
Fuck me!
Only if you do something magnificent. Can you do 6 backflips in a row? I feel like that might make me easy. 12 backflips in a row. Oh, he's making it rain. I'm tempted to say that's not enough coinage to win me over, but it's probably
more melon.
probably enough coins. And there is the melon. Oh no, melon. I must get some of the others. It's very difficult to track down those sound effects because it's kind of... Oh, he's gone for the fucking ultra. He's got all the points. Hey! Fuck me in the middle of his hydration. Fuck me! Fuck me! Fuck me! Everybody fuck me. This is the world's longest hydration thing. Why did I make this? I don't know. I had the idea. And now there's just so many buttons. What a time. What a time. What a time to... apparently they've got too many points and have decided to spend all of their points at once. But there we go. There we go. There's even an Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hello there.
Hello there. General F. me. Dear God, what has happened? They've found they've found the alerts again, or the redeemables. So blimey, there's more coins as well. Who did the coins? Oh, Blue Boosh did make it rain. There we go. That's where we're at. But yes, many redeemables. Easy. It's easy to F me. Oh, here he goes again. Never tell me the odds. That one's probably one of the best ones, simply because I like that design.
Fuck me!
Fuck me! I like the fact that was Obi-Wan Kenobi peeks over and goes, "Fuck me! Hello there, General Eop. Eop, it's General. Mousius.
Hello there.
Hello.
Who's sneaking about?
Yes, it is quite something. All
I
your
see
points
ya.
of God. I'm not surprised. Hello there. I see you. I see you, General Points of God. Although that wasn't the right one. It was hello there, General Skink Pants. Not that he's got any skink pants. I don't know. More points, please.
Hello there.
Well, you've burnt
there.
your 2 hello there's, I'm afraid, Mr. Blue Bush, I think.
Fuck me!
Maybe.
Hello there.
Hello there. Again. Hello there. Hello over there. Not there. Not there. General not there. Wait. Where's he gone then? Pure chaos. It is. It is pure chaos. I suppose, in fairness, it's probably about time that Can't Sleep and Blue Bush perhaps caused pure, unadulterated chaos, considering how much I put into joining the chaos for them as well. But, but nonetheless, hello there. You only get 2 hello there's. Everybody gets 2. You do, however, get as many fuck me's as you like. So he can fuck me as many times as he fancies. I mixed the meat into the cake batter, stirred in some mashed crabbit. So yeah, there was 2 new people, wasn't there? Mousius, or Mosius, whichever you prefer. Mow the lawn, or something. And Mr. Pants is here. So welcome, Mr. Pants and Mrs. Mosius. You are here. And I was going to ask a question, but my brain has been fucked to death.
Hello there.
General Law. Welcome. How are you 2? How are you doing today, Mr. Pants and Mr. Mosius? Have we broken? I mean, it's been extreme. Yes, it has been extreme. But we'll carry on. I call it the Scrummy Scally Sponge Surprise. Good luck. What's that? Oh, that's the small hydrate. The tiny hydrate. Broken the stream? I don't know. I mean, I've lost a few frames, but I don't necessarily think it's too bad. But the small hydrate makes me drink a drink. And looks fancy. Brady's effed to death. Wait for it. Wait for it. This is a very long one.
Hello there.
General fucked. Generally fucked. You're okay, Mr. Pants? Very good to hear. How am I? I mean, slightly overwhelmed by redeemables. But still, doing well and having a horrible cake in a moment or 2. Would you like to take the honour of taking the first bite? That is probably the reaction of a Scallywinkle surprise sponge cake. That is probably the reaction he did have sort of there. Go, fuck me. I should probably worry more about doing that, considering you have access to stream elements. That's true. That's true. I could put anything on that overlay. Anything. Make it stop. I can't. You'll have to plead your case to the people doing it. You redeemed all his points earlier. Yeah. do. Would you like the honour of taking the first bite? Go on. I will. I'll just carry on eating cake. Of course you would. How could you say no?
Fuck me!
I slaved away for hours over a hot bonfire to bake it. Eat up now. You must be absolutely starving after being locked away for so long in that horrible prison. Fearing the worst, Veldin and Malroth dig into Lulu's lethal cake. Veldin's mouth is filled with noxious fumes. He tries to flee to the toilet. I love how the FME guy appears at the table. Well, he's set to random, so he'll appear all over the place. He's happy to just be joining in, really. He doesn't mind if he's behind the table, on the table, in the table.
Fuck me!
Oh, he's in the table that time. I think maybe you have broken it if he keeps turning up in the same place. Filled with noxious fumes, he tries to flee to the toilet. There are no toilets. Lulu's glare is firmly fixed on Veldin's face. Veldin cannot escape. Where is the F me from? That is from Fist of the North Star, the video game specifically of Fist of the North Star. There is a scene where you head up to the battlements and a big army heads to the town, and the fella there, whose name I have unfortunately forgotten, but the fella there just goes, "Fuck me!" And it was just such a good scene. It just took me by such surprise that I had to grab it as a clip. And then when I finally worked out trigger fire and points clipping, I thought that would be quite entertaining. Like the poster character for Gears of War. Over the top burly man, I suppose, yeah. Malroth is confused. I'm confused. My legs are passing through the stool. Seems unfortunate and unpleasant. I was a bit worried that this party would be the pits. It's not nearly as tedious as I imagined. I knew you'd enjoy yourself. We have the cake to thank for that. Such a shame I never got to taste the thing myself. Well, there's still a lot of the cake left, because unfortunately they don't have the technology to remove the cake from the plate, as we are considered to be eating it. Oh, that reminds me. For my next signature dish, I was thinking of rustling up a mollusk mousse with an army ant coulis. But Bonanza does insist on taste testing all my creations first, so you shall have to wait a little while longer to enjoy that one. Right. More cake, Malroth? No. I was just thinking, how much longer is this going to last? All of us together like this. Why, forever, of course. I said it before, remember? Why'd you ask? Veldin, if something bad happens to me, like I stop being myself, would you hit me? I mean hard. Like wake up and come to your senses hard. Can you do that for me? Yes. Yes, I can. Malroth, what in the world has gotten into you?
Fuck me!
Are you suggesting that's what Lulu is saying? Lulu's just looking across the table going, fuck me, Malroth. Fuck me like the French girls. Told you Malroth was going to turn evil on you. Did you tell me? I think I told most people. I think it's been quite evident and obvious from the beginning. They've really not hidden it. They have not hidden it in the slightest bit that Malroth is the bad guy in this situation. He can only destroy things and cannot create things. He's got pointed ears and red eyes. I think all of the hallmarks of being evil, and no memory of where he came from. What's going on here, eh? You enjoying cake by yourself? Are you throwing a party without us? You could have at least informed us that you'd made a safe return. I'm slightly too piratey in this one, but I take it back to farm. You are shocked by this assertion. Are you really? I don't think you are. It's not what you think. I just happened to be on the beach when they made port. It was such a special moment I didn't want to spoil it. I thought we was all friends here, Lulu. It ain't fair you haven't to get together without us. I wanted to be here. I've been watching from the mountain. This looks like a fun little bash. Mind if I'm a going? Voice overload breaking. Oi!
Fuck me!
Oi! Cool, blimey! I love gate crashing a party, me. I'm gonna go bleeding mental. Everybody's gonna have a fun night. All through the night, the islanders celebrate the safe return of their friends, Veldin and Malroth. Some weep at the sight of Lulu's cake. Some scream blue murder at its taste, while others faint at the smell alone. Even so, the festivities show no sign of slowing. As the party and each partygoer's stomach rumbles on into the early hours, a spirit of togetherness falls over the group. Those who shit themselves together stay together. The desire to build a new home together. Veldin and Malroth laugh and joke all through the night, but behind the smile, something seems to be troubling Malroth deeply. Oh my. Then morning comes. I do love a Lynn jingle. Another fun story from my university days. Second university days, I suppose, technically, but we don't dwell on that. He says, dwelling on it. I did a soundscape project, and I made my own sort of little in-jingle as part of that, because I absolutely adored the in-jingles. I do love a good in-jingle. If a game... If you go to an inn, and a game just goes, sleep here then. Oh, you've slept and recovered. I am fucking fuming. You have to have a good in-jingle. Good in-jingle is the only way to go. And Dragon Quest, they have a very good in-jingle. Morning, Feldin. Last night's party was pretty fun, wasn't it? Say, you look a bit pale. You didn't eat anything funny at the party, did you? I mean, only the cake. Anyway, last night, Digby told me they managed to get the pyramid finished while we were gone. Fancy going to take a look? Maybe the hike over will put some colour back in your cheeks. Come on. My cheeks are exactly the same colour as they have always been. And I'm super duper happy I've built a tea service. A delicate and dainty stable setting. A stable setting? Maybe. Is it stable? I don't know. It looked like it was hanging over the edge of the table, so perhaps not so much. A delicate and dainty table setting, ideal for afternoon tea. Magnificent. Also, I've finally, apparently, officially made that a dining table. It's been there all night, and it's only just been registered as a dining table. I will collect my fruit and place another fruity piece of goodness. I know what Jay means. Got to have a little relaxing song to indicate resting and time passing. Exactly. I need to improve my ins. Yes, that's true. That's true. Technically, you've never, as a DM, you've never done a really good little in jingle. Oops. What did you do? But yeah, it's really... Has Malroth's eyes always been red? Yes, I think they have. I'm fairly certain it has. A jingle. Yes. Very good. Very good indeed. A jingle. But yeah, no, they are one of my favourite things of RPGs. And it's genuinely... Not quite as much as I suggested there, but it is genuinely a disappointment if they go, we've not done an in-jingle. Because it's just like, fuck off. I can't sleep without an in-jingle. It's almost a shame that doesn't actually work, because that would be very convenient if I could just play an in-jingle at the end of the day. Just go... And that was it. That was me out like a light until the next morning. But unfortunately, that doesn't happen. It oft proves difficult to get to sleep. Not that difficult, in fairness. Easier than some, more difficult than others. Perfectly in the middle. Anyway, we're going to have approximately 5 or so minutes break, where I'm going to grab a little bit more drink, and then we can do a little walk on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk. No, we're going to do Graveyard Keeper as a nice relaxing finish.
Fuck me!
If the graveyard keeping is successful, maybe. Little tiny one. Let's break everything.